It's rare to see such a happy couple nowadays. I feel like everyone's getting divorced.
Wow, that's not true.
Isn't it? Well, our parents, Amy's parents, most of my friends' parents.
Kid's got a point.
Sometimes forgotten love is the best love. Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 underrated romance movies. For this list, we're looking at underappreciated live-action romantic dramas or comedies, ones that flew under the radar commercially, critically, or both. Number 10, The Big Sick.
Yelling anything at a comedian is considered heckling. Heckling doesn't have to be negative.
All things considered, The Big Sick did okay at the box office and earned a standing ovation from critics. But 2017's romantic comedy is arguably among the genre's best entries of the 2000s, and deserves much greater recognition.
Listen, I had a really nice time. Thank you very much. I'm just gonna, call an Uber, go home.
Along with pivoting around a cute couple with awesome and frequently hilarious chemistry, The Big Sick expertly touches upon themes of cultural clash, generational differences, and familial expectations.
I've been dating this girl.
Masha.
She's white. Oh, I thought you were gonna say you were involved in a hit and run or you got caught forging some checks, but a white girl. I mean, that's such a cliche.
While the humor is almost always perfect, The Big Sick is also not afraid to break a few hearts along the way. Number 9. What's Your Number? Certain films possess incredible stories that stand the test of time.
Right. Daisy, you're a genius. I don't have to be celibate or go over 20. What do you mean? Donald can't be my only ex who's gotten better with time.
Others rely on their cast to boost otherwise forgettable material.
Ali, darling? Is that you?
Simon, I can't believe it.
What's Your Number got ravaged by critics for its cliché plot centering around a rather flimsy premise, but most agreed that Anna Faris is pretty great in the lead role. Faris's comedic chops elevate What's Your Number out of mediocrity, resulting in a romantic comedy that's perfect for a rainy Tuesday night. Funnily enough, What's Your Number also stars Chris Evans, and actually came out 2 months after the first Captain America, although the films have little else in common.
No. I refuse to be a part of this type of crazy. I don't know why these guys broke up with you, and I need to protect them.
Number 8. Appropriate Behavior.
That's how you get started.
I would literally like to talk about anything else.
Okay, how's your love life? Any boys we should know about?
No boys at all.
Most romance films highlight a relationship's fiery highs and heartbreaking lows, with only a select few shifting attention to the aftermath of a breakup. While more of a character-driven comedy than a pure romance, Appropriate Behavior examines the ways a relationship's conclusion can propel personal growth, at least once the protagonist stops resorting to elaborate ploys to win back her ex.
Okay, why don't you tell me what you need, Shireen?
I need my girlfriend back.
Dude, I really think you just need to mourn this and move on.
This quintessentially New York comedy is firmly rooted in contemporary culture, all explored through the gaze of a likable, albeit rash main character who is struggling to come to terms with her own identity.
Mom, I'm a little bit gay.
No, Misty.
Yes, I am. And I was in love with Maxine.
Number 7. Take This Waltz.
Let's go for a walk. I feel like being out in the world with you. Can we do that? Can we spend the day together?
Romances tend to focus on the more juicy bits of a relationship, because a meet-cute or a heart-wrenching breakup make for some compelling entertainment. While not without its share of emotional moments, Take This Waltz is primarily about a married couple, Margot and Lou, whose relationship has plateaued. After developing a crush on another guy living on the same street, Margot begins to question whether her comfortable marriage to Lou is truly satisfying.
In the big picture, life has a gap in it, it just does. You don't go crazy trying to fill it like some lunatic.
Take This Waltz presents a realistic relationship rarely depicted in such a nuanced way in romantic films. Number 6. Beyond the Lights.
Where you wanna fly?
Blackbird.
Boasting an awesome cast led by the mesmerizing Gugu Mbatha-Raw, Beyond the Lights presents a sobering look into the music industry, all tied together through the romance between singer Noni and police officer Kaz.
Listen to me, hey! Shit, Noni, listen to me, look at me. I see you.
On the verge of superstardom, Noni feels herself being crushed under the weight of the expectations placed on the singer's shoulders by her mother and the business in general.
Noni! Hey, stop!
While Noni finds strength through her relationship with Kaz, and the same holds true in reverse, romance is merely one fantastic thread in the stunning tapestry weaved by Beyond the Lights. Number 5. Celeste and Jesse Forever. With a title that's somehow both ironic and appropriate, Celeste and Jesse Forever makes the risky decision to introduce an inherently likable married couple before swiftly breaking them up.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
What do I mean? You two are not together. It's not normal, okay? You guys have been separated for 6 months. You're getting divorced.
Celeste and Jesse are charming and at times great together. Yet the entire movie is dedicated to showing that divorce is probably the best arrangement for both parties.
Oh, God. I'm an idiot.
I just...
You thought what?
Well, I wasn't clearly thinking, or else I wouldn't have let that happen.
While the romantic comedy subverts some genre tropes, Celeste and Jesse Forever is primarily a grounded look into marriage, dating, and adulthood.
You deserve to be happy. And I want that for you. Always.
In some ways, this 2012 film is the antithesis of a Hollywood romance. Number 4. Enough Said.
Why are you shaking that?
It spreads the butter around.
You put more butter on that?
No, I put the regular butter. I asked for butter. I didn't put more butter.
Oh, I thought it came with butter.
With James Gandolfini tragically passing away shortly before the film's release, Enough Said offers one of the beloved actor's greatest performances. Casting the Sopranos actor as a reserved and sensitive divorced dad who starts a relationship with Julia Louis-Dreyfus's similarly experienced Eva, Enough Said is a rare and poignant story about middle-aged love.
Let me ask you a question. When people ask you why we got divorced, what do you tell them?
I just say that I don't think that you and I should have been together.
Even though the two main characters clearly have chemistry, both are too weary to wholeheartedly embrace a new romance without scanning for the personality flaws that caused previous ones to fail.
It turns out that the woman that I've been massaging is Albert's ex-wife. Weird!
So weird.
Right? I have been listening to this woman say the worst things about the one guy that I've started to really, really like.
Genuinely funny and occasionally sad, Enough Said is a romance for the ages. Number 3. Ruby Sparks. An author works through a writer's block by literally bringing to life one of his fictional characters.
That was insane! Barry, this is insane! You manifested a woman with your mind!
Written by and starring Zoe Kazan, Ruby Sparks is an endearing and frequently witty comedy revolving around the unorthodox pairing of a guy named Calvin and his imaginary turned real girlfriend Ruby Sparks.
Really happening this time. They're going to
What's wrong?
hospitalize me. They all thought I was so smart, but...
Even though the film touches upon some interesting ideas, especially whenever Calvin tries to rewrite Ruby to be closer to the perfect partner,
She wasn't happy. So I made her happy, and now she's like this all the time.
What are you asking me? If it's moral? I don't know.
Ruby Sparks never loses sight of the fact that it's a comedy. In many ways, Calvin and Ruby's relationship is incredibly toxic, but the couple is still pretty charming. Number 2. About Time. As the director of Love Actually and the writer behind 4 Weddings and a Funeral and Bridget Jones's Diary, Richard Curtis is not a name to take lightly when it comes to romance. About Time tends to be overshadowed by the Notting Hills of the world, but this delightful and lighthearted romp hits many of the same highs as the author's more celebrated works. Tim Lake can travel back in time to previously lived moments, an ability the protagonist primarily uses to woo the affable Mary. About Time moves along at a swift pace, But it's Tim and Mary's effortless banter that ensures this is one movie worth revisiting. Okay, y'all don't know me like that, but a time travel rom-com is my exact favorite thing. Though I will watch a cheesy, terrible romance movie any day of the week, it's a real treat to find movies like these that actually do such a good job with story, characters, and of course a love story. Put these honorable mentions on your to-watch list before we fall in love with number 1.
I just had sex. I'm about to eat nachos! It's the greatest moment of my life! Unless you screw it up with whatever it is you're about to say.
As my girlfriend, Sarah has special privileges.
Let me explain. This is part of her nature.
She said she really likes me, that the cat's meow.
She also describes the Holocaust as a bummer.
Hey, Max, you remember from before when we did sex to each other? Max, I love you. I'm having your abortion. Do you want to share a dessert?
Ryan, 37.
Nancy, 34. Sorry, my hand's a bit wet. It's not we.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's mojito.
I mean, I didn't think it was we.
Yeah, I mean, why would it be we? That would imply very poor personal hygiene.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Punch Drunk Love. Sandwiched between the dense Magnolia and the ambitious There Will Be Blood, famed filmmaker Paul Thomas Anderson released a quirky romantic comedy starring, of all people, Adam Sandler. Punch Drunk Love is almost absurdly straightforward. A lonely man discovers love, along with the courage to defend this newfound happiness. Even though the plot may seem simplistic on the surface, Punch Drunk Love's characters are wildly unpredictable, particularly Sandler's mild-mannered Barry, who is perpetually on the verge of an emotional breakdown.
I don't know if there is anything wrong because I don't know how other people are. I sometimes cry a lot for no reason.
Punch Drunk Love is a must-watch for anyone with a TV, but romance fans should make 2002's film their top priority. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.